It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Friday night A-grade men's game. The first game tonight will be between Red Lions and Past High. Our umpires for the game are Amanda Ross and Noah Burke. Your commentators are Phil Goodsall and you lucky things. All right, Past High will get us underway here. Red Lions looking to apply some early pressure.
But Past High still in possession. Finding a foot and they'll take a free hit. Looking for an overhead, sending it into the attacking 25 for Past High, but picked off by Red Lions with Nathan Case sending it out of defence.
Need to turn on.
And now my mic is on. Hopefully you can all hear me. It'll be a 16 to Past High.
If you couldn't hear that, she was doing some great commentary in the meantime. Mog goes out wide to Moore. Moore sends it up the line.
Looking for that
Goes
back
to
pass.
Go back, but not quite where it needs to go. And Jay Mog will be forced to collect it on his own back line. Sends it long for Logan, but Logan can't quite keep it where he needs it. And Red Lions Case here looking to release some pressure, gets it out wide to Larfield, but Larfield misses the trap, and that one will go over the sideline for a Past High free hit.
Nice passing from Past High. They're sending it through, still in possession as they enter their attacking 25.
Walt with a great run there, getting the free hit just outside the 5. Goes all the way back to J Mog.
Mog out to Moore.
Moore can't quite get a handle on it, and Red Lions will take over in their own 25.
If anyone's got a score prediction, chuck that up in the chat of what you think this game might be.
Through Bidgood in the centre, out to Larfield. Larfield sends it up the line.
Trying to find Boyd, intercepted by Past High, and Red Lions will take a hit just outside the attacking 25. McCready with the ball, looking to find Goose and Boyd. Unable to grab it though between the two of them, and it'll be a Past High 16.
Walt taking this 16. Forward to JR, but JR loses it to Shaw. Shaw sends it back to Bidgood.
Bidgood out to Case. And they're going to hold it at the back there, passing between themselves. Trying to relieve some of that pressure for their teammates.
Long one there from Case for Goose in the corner. Goose tries to go around more, but gets a free hit. Now he gets around more.
Shaw with the ball now, sending it in to the circle, or attempting to, but finding a Past High foot. And Shaw will take that hit on the 5.
Red Lions with their first quality attack. Oh, going back to Bidgood, and Bidgood misses the trap, and he'll have to recover that one. Forward to Hayden McCready. Michael Boyd there, misses the trap, and that'll be a Past High free hit from the sideline.
Another overhead now.
Walt with the long ball, but Caneen can't get a trap on it, and that one will go over the back line for a Red Lion 16. Case and Bidgood just holding it at the back there again. Forward to Larfield, who goes for Boyd again. This time it comes off a Past High stick. So Boyd will send it forward to Craig Smith, but Craig Smith just half a step behind it. And that one goes over the sideline.
Past High will take a hit deep in their 25. Red Lions getting that press on now, trying to hold that ball up there.
Red Lions with a very full press as Corey Moore will look to get rid of it.
Nice work by Past High, getting that out of their defence. Intercepted by Boyd.
Sends it forward. Oh.
Cleared
Pember
out.
there nearly makes an effective tackle, but it still gets cleared by Past High. Smith there knocks it onto a foot. And the defenders never got 5, so that'll be a penalty corner to Red Lions. Their first of the night. Morgan, what do you think they'll be looking to do with it?
As always, Phil, they'll be looking to score.
Well, let's see how that works out for them.
All right. And what's your prediction, Phil, on this corner? Looks like Nathan's going to inject. Case for the injection, sorry.
Well, normally their first corner is generally just a straight hit, but they don't have Tom Burge up there. So it looks like it's probably going to be Goose for a drag flick. Past High set.
Saved
Nice
by
save
Reedy.
there by Reedy. Past High manages to recover, but only send it as far out as Boyd, who sends it back in, but it gets cleared out again by Past High. Past High looking to counter-attack now. Going up that right side through Caneen and forward to Michael Logan. Logan goes to send it across, but gets it onto the foot of the defender, and this will be Past High's first corner of the night. What do you think they'll look to do with it, Morgan?
Look, I think, shockingly, I think they might want to score, Phil.
Well, Morgan always with the controversial opinions.
Everyone's setting up here for their short corner, grabbing that ball from the corner.
J Mogg setting up for the trap, and it looks like Jackson Smitty there for the flick.
All right, everyone's set in the box now. Unable to grab a stick on it, trying to bring it back in. On a foot there. Nice advantage play by the umpire, and another short corner awarded when Past High weren't able to get that hit away, Phil.
That's correct. Well commentated. All right, so I'm going to guess that they're going to go for the same thing again here, just a straight flick, and hopefully they can get it off.
Lay off right.
One off to the right. Dylan Shaw with a nice tackle there to try and clear it away from Belaney. Nathan Case sends it out to Hayden McCready. Hayden McCready looking for a long clearance.
Out to Goose.
Finds Goose, and Goose will get himself a bit of space and look to go. But J Mogg with a great reaching tackle there, gets himself a free hit and shuts down the counter-attack very quickly.
Jay sending it into the far corner. The nice lead on by Belaney. Belaney looking to cross, but intercepted by
Nathan Case. Nathan Case sending it up to Boyd, who misses the trap.
And looking over change. Nice cross the field change there by Past High, but over the sideline, and Larfield will take a hit on the sideline here for Red Lion.
Don't think that's where he was aiming to send the overhead. But Hayden McCready manages to come away with it, so it'll work out okay.
Smith with the ball now, leaving it for Case.
Case sends it out to Bidgood. Bidgood to Little Bidgood. Back to Bidgood.
Some calmer hockey here from the Red Lions guys, slowing down that pace and just passing it around the back. Big good in the centre. Some nice stick skills there and winning a hit. Back to Case.
Red Lions just playing some calm hockey here. Up the top in the women's game between Rangeville and Norths, we have a goal to Norths. Hayden McCready there winning a free hit, and some great stick skills there to beat two players, and gets a free hit just inside the 25. Umpire's telling him just outside the 25. Bidgood here to take it. Sends it back to Bidgood.
Out to Case. And past high just...
decides to go back to Bidgood.
And past high just letting them pass that around the back now.
Case in the centre to Smith.
Smith back to Case.
Past high playing a very defensive press. Forward to Logan McCready, who tries to send it in but doesn't quite get the touch on it that he wanted, and past high coming away with it now. Tom Burge there with a nice recovery tackle, gets himself a free hit, and Red Lions will go forward again.
Passing across to Logan McCready, but a bit off where he was wanting it, and intercepted by past high.
Nice stick skills there from Smitty, but Bidgood's there to tackle him.
Bit of a contest in the middle of the field there.
McCready to Pemba.
Pemba back to McCready.
Intercepted by Walt.
Unfortunately over the sideline for past high. And a red ball on the sideline as they enter their attacking 25.
Who sends it in on the back stick, but J Mogg's there to clear it out. Red Lions just playing some calm hockey at the moment. They've probably had the better of the possession so far. And they're not trying to rush it into a goal. They're just making sure that they hold that possession.
Nice intercept there by past high, holding up the play again. Bidgood out to Bidgood. With a lot of space here on the right side of the field.
Bidgood looking to send it forward, but intercepted there by Smitty. Bidgood, though, with the steal back. Sends it out left to McCready. McCready gets it in.
Came off the inside of Reedy's pads, and then a save behind the keeper from J Mogg, I think it was. Lovely save there.
McCready sends it to Smith. Smith sends it in, but gets a free hit off a foot. Red Lions putting some real pressure on past high here.
2 minutes left in the first quarter. Out to McCready. McCready back to Bidgood.
Bidgood trying to send the overhead, but gets intercepted there by Logan. Logan just releases the ball long, trying to relieve some of the pressure there.
And they'll head over the sideline, and a red line hit on the sideline near their 16.
Past high, not setting a particularly full press on this one. Allowing Red Lions to bring it across the field. Case and Bidgood, as always, at the back, just keeping control of things.
Intercepted by Caneen, knocked over the sideline.
Burge will take this hit. To Shaw, who goes back to Bidgood. Bidgood goes across to Case.
Overhead from Case.
Looking for the long one for Burge. Burge with a nice trap. Goes to send it in.
Bit of a miss hit there, but he's still got possession.
Sending it in, but Walt there manages to bring it out and releases the pressure with the long ball. 30 seconds on the clock. Past high sending a bit of a fuller press. Overhead there for Burge. Burge gets the free hit.
10 seconds left and he'll just hold possession.
Oh, he sends a long one. But J Mog's there to snuff it out, and that'll end the quarter.
It's 0-0.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
All right, and that brings us back for the second quarter of this A-grade men's game between Red Lions and Past High. Current score is 0-0, and Morgan has someone here that she'd like to talk to.
All right, we've got Will here from Rangeville. So, Will, how's the season going for Rangeville so far?
Yeah, it's good preparation, everything through the sort of pre-season, then through playing and stuff's been good to turn up to training well, and yeah, got a few wins and I think sitting near the top of the ladder, so a good start.
What a great start to the season. You're hoping to continue that through for the rest of the year?
Yeah, definitely. We got better last year, a lot better from sitting last place for a few years, and then hopefully building on to grand final this year.
That's awesome. That's what we all want, I guess, a grand final game at the end of the season. Have you played all the teams in our competition yet?
No, we got North tonight, which will be our first game, but we had the little friendly match of the Giltrade Cup against them and got over them in that, but it's always different come the regular season, and hopefully it will be a good game and not as much sort of fighting amongst each other again.
Sounds amazing. Well, I hope you have a great season, and hopefully we'll talk to you later in the year.
And Hayden McCready there with some nice stick skills, earns a short corner for Red Lions. So this will be Red Lions' second corner of the night. What do you think we're looking at here, Morgan? Will it just be a straight shot?
I think it'll be a drag flick.
I think with Tommy Burge on the field this time, they'll be looking for a hit from that right battery. Michael Boyd there on the pads, manages to get the rebound and put it away. I would like to point out that the straight hit was the correct call there.
It was, Philip, and also scoring was correct as well. All right, Pastime now looking to come forward. Corey Moore with the ball.
Getting some real pressure there from Bidgood. Bidgood and Pemba together. Pemba sends it across.
And
Boyd with a nice Bit of a scramble in there. And the umpire says it's come up off a red line stick, so that'll be a past high hit out.
Bit more pressure there in the attack from Red Lions, and past high defence really having to scramble there, Phil.
They did, but they scrambled quite effectively, actually.
Absolutely. Tackle there from...
Nice tackling there from Burge, but past high holding on to the ball.
Coming off of Shaw's foot. And past high will have another free hit.
Tunis here with the overhead.
Intercepted by Larfield.
But Larfield gets dispossessed. And a nice shot there, forcing a save from Tommy Birch, who sends his save out perfectly to Michael Boyd. Boyd with the overhead to Bidgood, and Bidgood looking to stream it forward. Goose in the corner, sending it on the back stick, but that one wasn't quite the back stick that he was looking for. And that'll be a free hit to past high. Sending it long there, but intercepted by Case.
Case sending it back to Bidgood. Bidgood
Red
through
Lions
to Goose.
finding a bit of space here. Goose. Oh,
Saved
great
by
save
Reedy.
there by Reedy coming out.
And past high now bringing the ball down the field. Still in possession.
Well, there were some nice stick skills, but as I say that, gets dispossessed by Bidgood. Tackles back and manages to knock the ball over the sideline. And Red Lions will look to put some pressure. Case across to Bidgood.
Bidgood to
forward to Shaw. Shaw sends it back. Red Lions holding the ball here effectively. Case out to Larfield. Larfield sends it down the line, but Pemba just wasn't quite leading wide enough. More here, sends it around the back to J-Mog.
Jay coming out to Cronk. Cronk
Cronk
sending
down
it
the
down
line to
the
Logan.
line.
Logan with a lovely pass up the line to Kaneen, but Kaneen just can't get a hold of it. And that one will be a 16. Larfield to Shaw. Shaw forward to Stefanowicz, but he gets dispossessed, and Kaneen will look to go forward now. Knocks it to Logan. Logan sends it back towards him, but Red Lions knocks it over the back line for a long corner. Smitty here to take the long corner. Trying to send it in, but Burge there with the intercept. Releasing it and sends it straight to J-Mog. J-Mog sends it out wide, but Tunis can't quite get a hand on it. And that'll be a Red Lions free hit. Stefanowicz here to take it. Going for the overhead, sends it to Corey Goose. Corey Goose, who gets tackled by J-Mog out on the sideline, and he'll have another go. Looking to send it back to Shaw. Shaw looking for a free man.
Shaw releasing it.
Trying to send it right, but Stefanowicz was not quite that fast. I'm not sure if Superman would have been that fast.
And a 16 now on a sideline hit from past high. Red Lions with the press up here. Trying to keep it up. McCready, nice skills there in the centre. Looking to come into the circle. Trying to find a pass out and winning a short corner.
Nice skills there from McCready to keep that ball on his stick, and just getting enough of a bit of a stick tap from the defenders to earn a short corner.
This will be the third short corner of the game. Fourth.
Third for Red Lions, fourth of the game. Well, actually fifth for the game. Past I had two in a row.
So it looks like Case is injecting
Goose
two batteries.
And Burge as the batteries. I think after the effect of the hit, we might see another hit. Missed trap there by Boyd. Shaw cleans up in the middle, looking for an easy pass. Past high there, looking to dispossess.
Nice pressure from past high on that, not giving up.
Bellany, I think that was who managed to get the ball off him, but a bit of pressure on him there.
It was Bellany.
Bit of a scramble here in the middle, and now it'll be a free hit to Red Lions.
Smith sending it over to McCready. McCready trying to head into the circle.
Gets a free hit. Back to Shaw. Shaw sends it in. Pemba there manages to get it onto a foot and get the short corner. Now, hopefully this one, Red Lions will manage to trap. Let's see how they go.
Past high getting their protective gear on. Same 2-battery setup, case injecting.
Past high's defence is ready.
Eager Beavers back here for past high. Deflected in off.
I think the first runner there actually managed to get a stick on it and send it out wide to Case.
And Case deflected it in.
One-timed it straight into the net.
Yep, off the first runner.
Nice cricket skills there from Case, popping it around the corner. And that'll be 2-0 to Red Lions. Smitty now to bring us back into play. Sends it forward to Caneen. Caneen looks to send it forward. But Red Lions get a little knock on it and it'll go over the sideline.
Cronk to take that hit. Sending it through to Smitty.
Smitty managed to keep control and send it in, but only as far as Big Good, who's in the middle of sending it out. And that'll be a 16.
Over the back line. 4 minutes left in this half.
Outright to Burge. Burge sends it up the line.
To Goose.
Goose with a nice trap, but it just rolls over the sideline there.
Looking for the past high, looking for the cross. Send it around the back.
From Mogg to Moore. Moore goes to send it up the sideline, but not quite to the players. Oh, no. The Red Lions attacker managed to get a touch on it.
That'll be a past high ball on the sideline. Corey Moore to take that hit, I think.
Moore back to Mogg. Mogg looking for the long one to Caneen, but Caneen can't quite get his stick onto it. A few of those long balls from past high tonight not quite making the attackers sticks. Burge to bring it in. Sends it out the back.
Be Good now in possession. Send it through to McCready. McCready with the skills in the centre, passing it to Little Bit Good.
Little Bit Good there, dispossessed by Bellany. Bellany knocks it forward to Logan. Logan looking to send it forward, but gets a little bit too much lift on it, and that'll be a free hit to Red Lions.
Looking for that early pass, sending it through. Goose now with the ball, looking to find Pemba, I think, in the corner.
But just chips it up a little bit too dangerously, and the umpire says free hit to past high. Long one there from Smitty, not quite finding the attacker.
Case to take a 16.
Case just takes it and stands still. Past high's attack aren't looking to put too much pressure on him. He'll send it forward to McCready, who sends it to Burge, who sends it forward to Pemba.
Pemba looking to find Smith.
Release Smith, but Smith can't quite get a hold of it, and that'll be another 16. This one to past high. Cross to Mogg, who sends it forward to Tunis. Touches it towards Corey Moore, but Corey Moore can't quite get a handle on it. And Red Lions will look to put some pressure up front now. Smith there misses the trap and knocks it onto his own foot. And past high will come forward. That did come off Smith's leg. I thought it had. The umpires there just checking with each other before they gave the free hit. Mogg now to take the free hit.
Oh. Bit of a miscommunication from the past high players, Walker and
Logan.
And just neither of them being able to grab that ball, unfortunately. Those are things that will get ironed out as the season goes on, because we are very early in the season, Phil.
We are. Those are the mistakes that you see happen from players who haven't played that much together. And as they start playing together, those things will start to work themselves out. Nice dispossession there from Belaney. Knocks it forward to Kaneen, who finds Logan in the circle, but that one was raised and it looks...
found his arm, I think.
Arm or wrist. But he's shaking it off and saying he's perfectly okay. Let's look at the replay. Oh, yeah, I think that was wrist.
And that'll be a short corner.
Oh, it must have come off a red line stick. So the hooter goes, which means that this short corner will be the last play of the half. Don't turn your microphone off yet, Morgan. We still have more hockey to go.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never not had my microphone on.
Never. Not in the past 15 minutes.
Exactly. Logan will be taking this injection.
Looks like Smitty on the drag flick again.
Nice trap.
One
Lay off right. Looking to release that ball, and that'll be another short corner.
That'll be another short corner. Nathan Case diving for the ball, but missing the ball and just hitting the attacker's stick.
And that'll be another corner. They'll look to take this fairly quickly because we're eating into their half time as we speak.
This one a lay off left. Kaneem with the shot. Umpire says no obstruction.
And
so that'll be the end of the half. 2-0 to Red Lions.
See you in 3 minutes.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
And welcome back to the second half of the Red Lion versus Past High A-grade men's game. It is 2-0 to Red Lion. And Red Lion started this half and they have possession. Nathan Case to Dylan Shaw. A lot of pressure there from Past High. Shaw back to Big Good out to Case. Seen a bit of this game, Phil, with Red Lions holding the ball at the back and just waiting for Past High to start to make a move and giving their team some time. And notice too that Past High are just holding on there and just letting them do that. Looks like this is probably part of their gameplay. Bit slippery out there.
Yeah, Past High just letting Red Lions hold the ball at the back and looking to pressure it once they move it forward. As we say that, Bidgood gets intercepted there in the midfield. But Burge manages to turn it back over and send it forward again through Boyd. Boyd with some nice stick skills, but finally gets dispossessed by Mogg, who clears it up the line, and the attacker not quite getting a handle on it.
Big Good will take that hit on the sideline.
Burge, it is taking the hit, sends it into the middle to young Bidgood.
Back to Case. Case sending it out to Bidgood.
Bidgood and Case just holding it through the back.
Bit of movement happening here, looking to find some space.
Case going long. Boyd not quite getting a handle on it, but it goes forward to Goose.
Goose trying to grab it on his stick, but him also not getting a handle on it and knocking it over the sideline, unfortunately, for Red Lions. Past High getting a hit out of defence.
Up the line there for Blaney.
Tackled by Larfield. Winning that hit. Sending it through to Shaw. Shaw to Larfield.
Tries to send it back to Larfield. Blaney tries to go back infield and ends up just throwing it back to Shaw. Overhead there, knocked over the sideline by Past High, so Red Lions will take it up into their attacking 25. Burge to Smith.
Smith finding McCready, is it? Logan, or is it Pemba?
I think that was McCready earning a penalty corner for the bad tackle from Past High. What's
the second short corner this game field that's been awarded outside the D?
It is. That one the umpire indicated was for a little bit too much elbow in the tackle.
I think the other one was too.
Could have been, Morgan. Could have been.
So it looks like we've got Case injecting here again. And
Goose and Burge
on the setup, so it looks like we've got a hit and a flick set up here. Past Side just getting all their protective gear on. Drag flick by
Goose
Goose.
with the
Save
flick.
by Reedy.
Nice save.
Lovely save there. And that'll be a long corner.
Big good here to take it. Sends it to the middle to Shaw.
Shaw
Shaw sends it in. Tries to go to Logan McCready, but Logan McCready misses it, and past high will come out with it.
Picked off by Larfield. He's got a bit of space there in the midfield. Sending it through to Boyd.
Boyd looks to send it back, but a nice tackle there from Smitty. That one goes over the sideline, and it'll be Red Lions free hit. Larfield here to take it.
Back to Big Good. Big Good out to Case.
Case with a lot of space here on the left.
Caneen coming to put some pressure on now. Case sending it back to Big Good. And again, those past high strikers holding that line with that fall away press. Big Good sending it through to Smith. Smith heading into the attacking 25.
Touch there from Boyd, but a great save by Reedy. And it comes out. Logan will use this space.
Logan holding it up to let his teammates catch up. Pressure there from Red Lions.
Up on the top field, Norse have scored a second goal, so I believe that's 2-0 to Norse in the women's game. Nice tackle there from Mogg. And that'll be a long corner to Red Lions. To the middle to Shaw. Shaw sends it out to Larfield, but Larfield can't quite get the handle on it that he wanted. And that'll be a 16.
Past high taking their time with this 16, looking to change.
Sends it back. Reedy there keeps it in for Mogg. And Red Lions putting some pressure on.
Knocking it over deep in the 25 there on the sideline. And they're going to set this press quite high up here, trying to keep this ball down there, Phil.
They will. Nice press there, leads to a turnover. And Harry Pember's got the ball down in the corner, looking to send it in.
Overhead out to Larfield.
Larfield gets dispossessed there by Tunis, who sends the long ball up, but that one will go over the sideline.
Larfield with the sideline hit, sending it through, trying to find McCready.
But Walt with the intercept.
Looking to send it across, not finding a
Intercepted there by Case, who sends it to Logan McCready. Logan McCready with some nice skills.
Sending an early
Sending
ball
it
through
forward
to
to
Pemba.
Pemba, gets dispossessed there by JR.
Still on
But
his stick.
working back and gets it back again.
Some nice 3D skills. McCready now
Some
heading
nice
into the circle.
skills there from McCready.
Trying to find Logan McCready.
And I think that's come off a Red Lions foot, so that'll be a 16.
A few tackles there from past high and a bit of a scramble in their defence.
Good scrambling by past high in the end. Red Lions
Absolutely.
never really had a genuine shot there.
Nope, no shots. Really
Past high
working
looking to
together
come
as a
in,
team.
but Bid Good there working back nicely to bring the ball under control. And Red Lions now will look to go forward through McCready, but McCready sends it to JR. And JR will bring it forward for past high.
Intercepted by Larfield. Through to Goose. Goose trying to find Logan McCready. Gone through to Pemba. Pemba still with the ball. Trying to find his way through past high defenders.
Tackled there by James Mann, who sends it forward to Walt. Walt cops a bit of a stick check there and gets a free hit for it.
Looking for this overhead. Or maybe not. Through to
Nice stick skills there from Belaney. But he gets tackled by Bidgood.
And Big Good just
Good
taking
hit.
a minute.
He'll calm it down for Red Lions after a pretty frenetic couple of minutes there from both teams. Sends it out to Brosnan. Back to Case, and Case is just going to hold the ball for a little bit. Past high, setting a bit higher press than they have before.
Shaw now sending it, looking to change direction. Unable to find his striker, and that'll be a past high hit on the sideline. Mog to take that hit.
Mog to Walt at the back. Walt sends it forward to James Marn.
Bit of pressure from Shaw, but Marn able to get it through.
Some back tackling there from Logan.
Caneen with the ball, ready for a Toma. We got
and
a
that
hit.
one's got him in the head.
I'm going to have a timeout here for a second.
Bid Good's up, which is probably a good thing. Now the umpire's saying it was raised just outside the D by a red line stick, so it'll be a past high free hit.
And we'll wait for the whistle to call time back on.
All right, and we're back on. Smitty there sends it out right, but Walt couldn't quite get it.
Over the sideline, Phil?
I think it was. It looks like past high setting up for a sideline press. Case with the long ball there. Smitty makes the intercept, but it bounces off his stick to McCready.
McCready to Big Good. Big Good.
Bid Good with some straight line speed there, going through three players and passes it on to Goose.
It's a bit slippery there in the centre. Goose entering the circle for a shot.
Oh,
And that's a goal.
gets it right in the corner of the net. Looks like the keeper and the defenders there got a bit muddled up with each other. And that'll be 3-0 to Red Lions.
Some subs happening here at the side, and past high trying to get that ball through and take advantage of those sub changes.
But that one comes off a foot.
Brosnan with the ball. Through to McCready. Hayden back to Brosnan. Brosnan around to Big Good. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Case now with the ball. And again, these guys are going to hold this ball at the back. Finding that gap, sending it through to Logan McCready.
Nice long ball there
Logan
for
to
McCready.
Boydie.
Sends it to Boyd.
Boyd
trying to beat Reedy, but he can't do it. Oh,
popping it back to Burge, is it?
that is Burge there. Gets
Burge
it, sends
to
it
Shaw.
out to Dylan. Oh, Dylan.
Ooh.
Jay Mogg with a great tackle there, but unfortunately gets a free hit against him. Hayden McCready there sends it in, bit of a scramble, but Alex Cronk comes out with it.
Past high now in possession as they exit their 25. Trying to send it.
Another ball that's a little bit too loose, and that'll go over the sideline.
I think the bones are there for past high, Phil, and in a few more weeks we're going to see those passes connecting for them.
Yeah, I feel like their strikers are just getting dragged a little bit too far back into their defensive line, which means that when they're trying to release, they're not finding any strikers free. As Case takes this free hit, knocks it up the sideline. I think that's come off JR's foot, so that'll be another Red Lions ball.
Case will take that again. Case looking to head around the back to Larfield.
Burge, that is.
Oh, Burge, sorry.
Burge out to Bidgood. Bidgood bringing it into the centre and sends it back to Burge.
Sending it through, trying to find Logan McCready.
But intercepted
Pressure from
there
Shaw.
by Tunis. Nice drag there to bring it back inside.
Yeah, nice skills there from past
Getting
high.
some pressure from McCready, but sends it through to JR. JR with the shot and a nice save by Burge.
And a second shot from JR, and that'll be a long corner.
Hayden McCready there making the save. Smitty here to take the long corner. Umpire's telling him to just go a bit wider. Forward to Caneen. Caneen gets tackled, but not quite cleanly. So Belaney will bring it. Tries to bring it in, but a bit too much pressure from the Red Lions defence. Cronk looks to send it in, but I think that ball had a little bit too much spin on it for him to hit effectively, and that'll be a 16. Nice release pass there to Smith.
Smith with the
Smith
ball.
will look to release Goose there into the D. Oh, Goose not quite getting the trap on it though, and Corey Moore will clean it up and get rid of it.
Moore sending it out to Walker.
Walker not quite getting a handle on it. Burge into Shaw in the centre.
Shaw
Shaw
looking to
going
send it
for the
over.
overhead, but intercepted there by Belaney.
Pressure from Boyd, but Belaney able to get past him. He's still got possession as he heads down the left side of the field. Brosnan trying to catch up, but a bit of speed from Belaney as he works that ball into his attacking 25. On his own out there, though.
Nice recovery there from Belaney to keep the ball in his possession. Sends it back to Mahon. Mahon to Smitty, and Smitty looking to release Walker down the right-hand side, but a little bit too far in front of him.
And we will end the third quarter here at 3-0.
We'll see you all in 2 minutes.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Fragrance has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
All right, and welcome back for this final quarter of this A-grade men's game between Past High and Red Lions. Current score is 3-0 to Red Lions. Let's see if Past High will be pushing to try and lower that deficit. Goose here gets us underway to Smith.
Smith back to Big Good. Big Good out to McCready.
Red
Hayden
Lions
McCready.
looking to apply some early pressure here.
Hayden still with the
Hayden
ball.
McCready sends it in.
Nice pass.
Goose can't quite get a handle on it, but gets a shot off.
Saved by Reedy, but it's
And that'll
come
be
off a foot.
J Mog with the release there to Tunis. Tackle there from Burge and a cheeky little overhead. Moore gets a stick on it, but only manages to knock it over the sideline. Burge will take this hit. Sends
Back
it
to
into Big Good in the midfield.
Big Good to Larfield. Time here out on this sideline. Past High still giving them a bit of space. Case with the ball.
Red Lions is holding it in that back line, as they love to do. Case telling his midfielders that they're not coming back enough to the ball.
And look, if the other team's not going to come forward, you know, the opportunity to hold and get it the best pass possible is obviously there for Red Lions right now.
That's it. And at 3-0 up, Red Lions here don't really have to push the tempo.
No, they want to play at their speed.
Big Good to Smith.
Smith sending it back out to Big Good.
Forward to McCready. McCready with some stick skills. Sends it into the D to Pemba. But Pemba just
Hopped off
getting
his
a
foot
foot.
there.
Probably needs one size smaller shoe, and that might have worked. J Mogg sending out left to Corey Moore. Corey Moore up the line, but that one's unfortunately gone over the sideline.
Big Good back to Big Good.
And here's that good old-fashioned round the back from Red Lions.
Bit more pressure this time.
Case out to Larfield.
Larfield getting intercepted there.
Walker with the touch, and Smitty manages to get the ball. Pemba there gets it, but knocks it a little bit too high into Jackson Smitty. And so past high will get the free hit. Walt to Walker. Walker
Smitty
to
through
Smitty.
to-
Smitty sends it up the sideline to Caneen. And Case will knock it over the sideline there.
Smitty to take that hit inside their attacking 25.
Oh,
Looking to come
Smitty there
round the
gets
back,
intercepted
but
by
intercepted
McCready.
by Logan McCready.
Corey Goose making yards, and McCready's looking to engage that defender. Great back tackle there from Belaney, though. Tunis with a bit of 3D hockey up the sideline.
Pressure there from
Doesn't quite bring it under control, though, and accidentally backs into the defender. Case to take the 16. Sends it to Bidgood. Bidgood outright to Burge. Burge looking for the long ball, but gets intercepted there, and that one's over the sideline for a Red Lions ball. Burge sends it back to Case. Case forward to McCready. McCready looking for an option. Sends it out left to Bidgood. Bidgood sends it up the line to Goose, but J Mogg's there to intercept and knock it over the sideline. Larfield takes the quick hit.
sending it through to
Sends
Smith.
it forward to Smith. Smith with a bit of space to find a good pass.
Finding
Bidgood there with the ball on his stick, but gets tackled perfectly by Cronk.
Lovely skills there, lovely tackle. Under
Cronk with
pressure.
some stick skills going forward. Larfield manages to get a touch on that pass and knocks it over the sideline. So past high will look to get their players forward and put some pressure on the Red Lions defence. Cronk there knocks it to Smitty, and Smitty goes to knock it forward, but unfortunately knocks it a bit too far forward, and that'll be a 16. Case to take it here to Smith. Smith with a bit of space. Finds Stefanowicz out on the right with a bit of space as well.
Looking to find
Pemba, but only gets it as far as J-Mog. Nice tackle there from Pemba, and he'll send it in. No, he won't. Not sure who manages to stop that one, but it was stopped nonetheless. Smith now will look to bring it in. Sends it in there. Oh, a bit of a scramble. Oh,
shot off and a
bit
save.
good with a nice shot, but it hits the side of the goal.
Pass side just taking their time here. J-Mog
looking for a long one, but gets it as far as Walker. Walker getting a free hit there for a stick check. Nice touch there from Michael Logan, sending it forward.
Left by Case.
Red Lions finding a bit more space now for their midfielders as Past High's midfield is starting to get a bit more tired. Case just holding it in the centre. Red Lions aren't going to look to push the pace here any more than they have to. Nice stick skills there from Smith to get himself some space and sends it out right to Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz trying to go up the line for Logan McCready, but it's a bit too line, and that one will be a free hit to Past High. Eight minutes left in this game.
A lovely ball across there to Caneen. Pressure
Lovely
from Boyd.
ball from Moore. Caneen sends it forward. Stefanowicz goes to knock it over the back line. Maybe a touch high, but it'll be a long corner nonetheless. Oh, sorry, not a long corner. That was just a free hit to Past High. JR there tackled by Burge. JR tackling back, but Boyd knocks it onto his foot. And Red Lions will take it from the sideline. Larfield to take this one. Intercepted there, and Past High look to come forward. Tunis getting a bit of pressure, and it gets knocked over the sideline by Red Lions. So Past High will look to take a quick free hit through JR. JR sends it in. Stefanowicz is there to intercept though.
Down to
Tackled there
Past
by
High
Tunis.
stick.
And that one will be Case to knock it over the sideline.
Hit to Past High.
Past High building up some pressure here on the Red Line defence. Moore goes back to Cronk. Cronk with some stick skills there to avoid Goose, but can't quite find J Mogg on the right side of the field. And Red Lions will look to relieve some of this pressure. Bid good there with a bit of pressure in the midfield. Dispossessed by Belaney. Belaney knocks it to Smitty. Knocks it forward to Caneen. Caneen back. Nice shot there, but saved by Burge. Case makes a tackle, and then another tackle to dispossess Caneen. And looks to relieve with a long overhead there for Boyd. Boyd can't quite get the stick on it that he needed.
Mogg with the ball, sending it out to a
Sending it
player.
out there to a player that was subbing off. And that'll be Red Line's ball. Burge sends it forward to McCready. McCready mistraps it though. That one goes to JR.
JR still in possession, looking to find Logan, but instead sending it through, intercepted by Larfield. Shaw now with the ball, and Red Lions again in possession. McCready in the centre, sending it back to Case.
Case looking to settle them down at the back a little bit and sends it back to McCready.
McCready through to
forward
Boyd.
to Boyd.
Boyd setting it up and over, looking to find Pemba.
I think that was McCready.
Oh,
McCready with the shot, but that one goes over the back line. Nice overhead there from Boyd to release McCready.
got a few family members out on the field tonight, Phil.
Who are they, Morgan?
From both teams, I think.
Tell me more. Tunis there, sending it out right to Mogg. Mogg up to JR, but JR gets a foot onto it.
Take it back, just on the Red Lions team.
McCready there looking to hit Boyd, but just manages to miss him.
And
4
Pasta,
minutes
I'll
left in
take
this
that
game.
hit down the sideline.
So tell me about these family members, Morgan.
We've got 3 sets of brothers
Who are they?
on the Red Lions team. We've got
Tom Burge and Dan
Bidgood.
Burge, as well as Nick Bidgood and
Ryan Bidgood.
Ryan Bidgood, of course. And then the two McCready boys, Hayden and Logan.
Hayden McCready.
Bidgood there knocks it to McCready. Oh, great finish by Logan McCready. Just as we talk about the Bidgoods and McCreadys, the two younger of each team up to score a goal.
4-0 and 3 minutes left.
Dylan Shaw there with the tackle. But JR working back manages to send past high forward again. Logan forward to Caneen, but Caneen gets tackled by Stefanowitz.
Caneen still with the ball though.
Gets himself a free hit up there.
Into the circle now for past high. Unable to just popping off their stick there. And cleared
Nice
out
skills
of...
from Red Lions, and they'll come out with a few players coming forward. McCready looking to send it out left to Pemba, but Pemba didn't quite start his lead early enough. And that'll be a
minutes left.
16 to past high.
J-Mog to take this hit.
Red Lions sending a very full press. J-Mog with a nice little overhead there to get it to JR. JR's pass though intercepted by Nathan Case, and Red Lions will come forward again. Boyd
to
gets
Goose.
it to Goose.
Lovely flat stick tackle by Mog. Looking for an outlet but unable to find one.
Two players there getting caught up in the midfield, leading to a loud whistle from the umpire, but nothing major.
Over to Boyd.
Boyd with it just outside the D, sends it in, but that one gets intercepted by Smitty. Smitty clears it out to nearly the 25. 1 minute left. This will probably be the last attacking section of the game.
And there'll be a hit inside the 25 here. No, outside the 25.
Nope, inside the 25 is correct. Don't hedge your bets.
Back to
Back
Case.
to Case.
Case
out to Bidgood. How many times have we said that tonight? Back in the centre to Shaw. Nice intercept there from Smitty, and past high will come forward one last time.
Looking to find Belaney.
Intercepted by Case though.
Pressure still on from Belaney. And he wins that contest.
And gets a free hit, but I don't think he realised it was his free hit, so he hasn't rushed to get the ball. 20 seconds left.
Past high all up in attack now.
Tunis goes to send it in, but intercepted there by someone.
A bit good, I think. Crossed then into the circle by past high. And I think past high are asking for a corner.
But the umpire says no, and that'll be the end of the game. So the final score is 4-0 to Red Lions. We'll see you guys in... Oh, and up the top in the women's game, the current score, I believe, is 2-0 to Norse, but Rangeville will have a short corner there to right at the end, so it could end up at 2-1. But it does look like it's a Norse win overall anyway.
I'll pop the result in the chat. Have a great night, everyone.
safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here. It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second game of the night here. This second game is A-grade men between Norths and Rangeville. Time has started, but Rangeville still just having their team talk at the moment. North's getting set up. Our umpires for this game are Michael Boyd and Nick Bidgood. So, as Rangeville get themselves set up, it'll be Norths to get us underway, and here we go. Any score predictions for this one? Throw them in the chat. Rangeville putting some big pressure on early, forcing the turnover there. Campbell looking to bring it forward. But I think that's Suey down there in the corner, looking to release it. Hill with the intercept, sends it to Hawthorn, who tries to send it across to McCurley Alt, but doesn't quite find his stick.
Norths will take a hit on the sideline.
Rangeville still putting a lot of pressure on Norths here and forcing a turnover there. Nice tackle though from Chop Suey. And a foot there means that Rangeville will get a free hit. Campbell there, sending it forward to Hill. Intercept by Burge. And Carter Mogg goes for the clearance, but unfortunately chips it up. And that'll be a free hit for Rangeville in the attacking 25. Hawthorn here to take the hit.
North setting up their press there. Hawthorn looking to send it over. Finding a teammate in the corner, maybe?
But tackled there. And Rangeville will look to bring it out. Rangeville putting a lot of pressure on North's defence early.
So we're looking for the transfer. Intercepted by Rangeville.
Hill to Hawthorn. Hawthorn gets it into the D. Tries to have a shot, but dispossessed there.
Carter out to Goodaham. Finding a foot. Play
Goodaham
on.
looking for the long one back to Carter Mogg. Carter Mogg gets it into the D. Trying to get it onto a foot, I think, but just misses. And Rangeville will bring it out through Tom Campbell. Campbell to McCurley Alt. McCurley Alt back through the centre to Hawthorn. Hawthorn with a bit of space, looking to make some yards from it.
Tackle from behind.
Getting a bit of a bad tackle there and earning the free hit for it. McCurley Alt will take the free hit. Passes it off to Campbell. Campbell sends it in, but can't quite find his attackers. Suey sending the overhead there, looking for Kinneberg, but just goes over the top of him. And that'll be a free hit on the sideline for Rangeville.
Around the back for Rangeville.
That one to Bradford. Bradford sending it forward to Campbell.
Campbell still with
looking
possession.
to bring it infield.
Looking to find
Finds
a teammate.
Hill, I think. Back to Campbell. Campbell gets it onto his back stick, and nice save there.
Knocked out by North, and that'll be a long corner.
Nice stick there from Matheson.
Well left.
Out to Bradford. Bradford runs it in, takes a shot, but misses by a decent margin. And that'll be a 16. Up on the top field, I think we've just seen 2 goals in the space of about 30 seconds, one to each team. So up in the top, it's the women's game, Red Lions versus Past High, and I believe it is 1-1 there. Burge to take this hit for Norse. Sends it to Carter. Carter tries to touch it on but gets intercepted there, and Rangeville will look to come forward through Schultz.
Schultz still with possession. Got a bit of space here.
That one over the sideline off a North stick, and Rangeville will look to bring it in. Overhead there, taken by Carter Mogg.
Carter being able to collect that, still in possession. Flat stick tackle there by Rand.
Hawthorn with a bit of stick skills there through the midfield, looking for the pass. Tries to get off to Campbell, but Carter Mogg manages to intercept and release it.
And that'll be a 16 to Rangeville. Roberts to take that hit.
Sends it over to Harland. Harland out right to Schultz.
Back to Harland. Finding a gap through to Hawthorn, but unable to keep it on his stick, and North's now in possession.
Knocked over the sideline there by Hawthorn in the tackle. And Matheson will take that one from the sideline. Goodaham looks to send it in, but intercepted by Harland. Knocks it forward for Hill, but Hill can't quite get his stick onto it.
And over the back line, that'll be a 16.
Suey to take this one. Sends it around the back to Burge. Burge looking for the long ball, but intercepted there, and Profke with the ball now. Sends it back to Profke, I think that is.
Back to Roberts.
Harland with it out on the right. Forward to Campbell. Campbell knocks it onto Schultz. Schultz back infield to Campbell, but Campbell can't quite get a handle on it. And Mogg there knocks it onto Campbell's foot and gets a free hit for it. Suey there with a nice overhead for Lindsay, but just a bit too far in front of him. Rangeville around the back, past Roberts to Harland. Harland out to Schultz. Schultz back to Harland.
North's putting a bit of pressure there.
Pressure on and forcing the error there from Harland. That one goes over the sideline. Carter Mogg will look for a quick pass to bring it back in. Kinneberg looking to send it into the D, but Schultz is there to block it.
And that'll be a long corner for North, with Mogg going to take that hit.
Mogg to Suey. Suey looking for options. Tries to go for the long ball, but that goes past everyone for a 16. Roberts to take it. Sending it forward to Hawthorn, but it gets intercepted by Mogg.
Pick up by Roberts. Trying to find Schultz. Just a little bit too long.
Very long game getting played here by these two teams. Sends it forward to young Suey, I think, who gets dispossessed and cleared out wide by Bradford.
Be a hit on the sideline for North.
Micah Matthewson here on the sideline to take this one. Sending it back to Lindsay. Lindsay tries to send it back to him, but a touch there from Rangeville and it'll be another Norse hit. Long corner here taken by Lindsay. Back to Suey. Suey sending it around to young Suey, who gets tangled up there with the defenders. Mog here will take a quick free hit and tries to bring it back into the D, but gets dispossessed and Hill runs it out.
Finding a Rangeville stick as he enters their
Will
attacking
Jensen
25.
there, getting it off
Into
to
the circle. Nice save there. And put away by Jack Hill.
Jack Hill there finishing it off. Nice save there from the keeper first, but Jack Hill ending up with a fairly open shot.
There's second phase plays coming through.
And that is 1-0 to Rangeville with 4 minutes left in the first half. Carter Mogg looking to send a long ball. Intercepted there by Bradford. Out right to Schultz. Schultz sends it back to Brad Messenger. Ends up back with Schultz.
Intercepted by Norse and Schultz back with the ball.
There's been a fair few turnovers early in this game, Morgan. Some very scrappy play.
McCurley Alt now with the ball, looking to find Bradford.
Campbell there with it now. Dispossessed and Norse will go forward. Kinneberg with it, but gets tackled by Roberts. Roberts sends it forward for Jack Hill. Jack Hill looking to use his speed there.
Hit on the sideline, early quick hit. Trying to find Hill, Kai Hill. And Burge to take that hit now.
Out to the right, Rangeville putting some pressure on there with Will Jensen.
Intercepted.
And a nice tackle.
Through to Kai Hill.
Kai Hill sending it back. Trapped there in the D by Goodaham, looking to clear to Carter Mogg, but Carter Mogg misses the trap and it rolls to Bradford. Bradford brings it forward to Campbell.
Campbell to Roberts. Roberts out to Schultz.
Schultz there getting tackled by Ben Hart, and I think that is. Over the sideline and a quick free hit from Schultz. Knocks it back to Roberts, who knocks it all the way back to Messenger. Messenger to Campbell there. Campbell with a dinky little overhead for Schultz. Schultz with a nice trap.
Schultz still in possession with a lot of pressure here from Norse.
Norse manages to intercept that pass and clear it up for Mogg. Mogg here will look to do some damage. Sends it in for Kinneberg.
Bit of speed there. Trying to find Messenger's foot, but still in possession. Tackle down in the corner.
And that'll be a 16 for Rangeville. Messenger looking for the long overhead, but misses that one and sends it thoroughly out.
But nice height in that overhead.
A lot of height. A lot of height. I think that one might have actually cleared our building over here.
It did. It landed over the back in the grass. All right, Norse hit on the sideline here. Lindsay to take that hit.
Lindsay overheads it back to Charlie Suey. Suey here looking to turn, gets himself around Messenger and looks to send it in, but intercepted there. And we're down in the corner. Rangeville looking to bring it out. And that one will go over the back line for a long corner, I think. It is a long corner.
Yeah, off Schultz, I think.
Kinneberg here to take this one. Sends it to Suey. Suey out left. Oh, not quite handled the way he would have liked that. And Rangeville will bring it forward here. Forward to Jack Hill. Hill looking for a pass, manages to find a short one. Nice overhead there, looking for Will Jensen, but Jensen got wrong-footed with it. And that'll be a 16.
That'll take us into the quarter, 1-0 to Rangeville.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Fragnance has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
All right, and welcome back for the second quarter of this A-grade men's game between North and Rangeville. Rangeville get us underway here as Zach Goodaham puts it on to, I think that was Campbell's foot. Looking to send the overhead there for Lindsay. Lindsay manages to get enough on a trapper to keep it in, trying to send it to Harton, but that one comes off a Rangeville foot, so he'll get a free hit for it. Sending it in there, and Rangeville intercept, but it comes up off a Rangeville stick. Carter Mogg to take the free hit, sends it to Micah Matheson, who sends it back to Matthew Burge. Burge looking to send it in, but miscues it a little bit, and that'll be a 16 for Rangeville. Harland taking this hit, sending it out to Messenger.
Messenger looking to go forward. Hawthorn through to Schultz. Schultz now with possession, sending it through.
Aiming for Hawthorn, but intercepted
by
Kinneberg. Kinneberg to Charlie Suey.
Through to Carter-Mogg. Looking for a backstick cross. No one there to pop that in or get a deflection. And that's a 16, I think.
I think the fact that it was well over everyone's head as well probably didn't make it too easy for his forwards. Harlan there takes it. Knocks it forward to Riley Profke. Profke to Hawthorn in the centre.
Bit of a collision there with the...
from Carter Mogg. Gets the free hit and moves past him quickly. Outright to Campbell. Campbell pops it to the baseline for, I think that's Jack Hill. Knocks it onto a foot, and that'll be Rangeville's first penalty corner of the night, Morgan. What do you think they'll be looking to do with this one?
Look, Phil, a surprising opinion from me. I think they'll be wanting to score. I'm just going to throw it out there.
So in this side tonight is Zach Profke, who's a fairly noted drag flicker. And it looks like he's out on the pitch right now. But it doesn't look like he's setting up in their corner battery.
It looks like they've got Hawthorn and Schultz setting up here. Injecting...
You would imagine first short corner will be main battery. So that would be Hawthorn on this one. Hawthorn with the flick, but it goes just left of the post.
Just wide of that post.
Good, strong, low flick, though.
Getting that protective gear off the field, and Burge will take this 16.
Burge releases it to Matheson, but Matheson doesn't get a handle on it, and Messenger intercepts. Rangeville going forward with Campbell. Campbell sends it on to Will Suey's foot and gets the free hit for it.
Back to Messenger. Messenger sending it out wide. They're going to hold that ball between the three of them for a little bit here. Looking to find a gap. He's found it. Looking to find Prof Key. But it's gone over the sideline, and that'll be North's hit on the sideline in that back corner.
Rangeville setting a fairly full press here against it.
Umpire just saying bring that ball back to where it went over, thanks. Finding Carter Mogg.
Mogg trying to get it to Matheson, but gets intercepted. Harland looking to send it out left to McCurley Alt, but well in front of him. And Rangeville will look to bring it out again. Goodaham there with nice recovery tackle. Sends it forward to Zach Mush. Mush going for the overhead, but doesn't quite get it in the direction that he wants it. Hawthorn there knocks it over the sideline. I think more out of shock than anything that it was anywhere near him.
North still in possession. Nice little
Charlie
pass back
Suey
to
here
Suey.
in the corner looking to beat Brad Schultz, but misses his drag, and that'll be a 16. Bradford there knocks it all the way over to Messenger.
Messenger finding...
Messenger up the centre for Campbell. Dispossessed though by Goodaham. Goodaham sends it forward to Harton. Harton gets it to Kinneberg. Kinneberg gets dispossessed by Campbell, but it goes over the sideline.
Kinneberg take that hit on the sideline, looking to go forward. Bit of space there. Sending it through. Picked up by Rangeville. Campbell again in possession. Looking to find their high striker. Intercepted by
Mush, but Mush knocks it in towards Jensen, and Jensen with a nice drag back inside.
And a short corner awarded by Michael Boyd.
Bad tackle there by Mush that really broke down Jensen's attempt to score. So that'll be a penalty corner.
This will be the second one for Rangeville.
Rangeville just talking about what they're going to do.
And we've got, different stick trappers this time, but same flickers set up here. Same injector for Rangeville. Bit of a fancy corner.
And the first runner there getting a stick on it and knocking it out wide for a long corner. Campbell sends it out to Westfall. Westfall into Hill. Hill with the trying to go for a bit too probably lighter touch inside, and Burge gets it and knocks it over the sideline.
Rangeville sending it
back through
out.
Roberts. Roberts over to Bradford. Bradford looking to bring it forward. Can't find the options he wants though, and sends it back over to Roberts.
Again, just taking their time, which is definitely something we've seen from another team tonight.
Missed trap there by Harland as they go around the back though, and Norths get to relieve some pressure fairly easily.
And on the top field, we've got another goal to Past High, so that's 2-1 to Past High in the A-grade women.
Past High get their players forward now, and Carter Mogg will look to bring it forward, but gets intercepted by Bradford.
Rangeville now with the ball as they head head into
Here it
attack
goes to Jensen. Jensen knocks it to Profke. Profke
with a
puts it on
Toma.
the back stick and sinks it.
Nice shot.
2-0 now to Rangeville. Kinneberg gets us underway again.
Back to Suey. Suey just holding the ball back there, taking his time.
Out left to Mush.
Intercepted.
Mush gets intercepted by Jensen. Jensen looks to come back inside. Sends
Sending
it
it
to
through.
Hill, who knocks it to Campbell, but Campbell doesn't quite get the trap on it that he wants.
Picked
And
up.
Goodaham will come out. Gets
Advantage
a bit
play
of a bad
there.
tackle, but advantage is played on and he passes it forward.
Bradford now for Rangeville back in possession. Through to Campbell. Campbell not getting a clean tackle and picked up by Goodaham. Goodaham now as he heads down the field.
Gets it onto a foot.
Advantage again. North still in possession and winning a free hit here. Inside the
Kinneberg to
25.
take this free hit inside the 25. Knocks it to Mogg. Mogg sends
sending
it
it
in.
through.
Gets a bit of a deflection, but nothing that Bellany can't handle, and he clears it out. Hill there couldn't quite get the trap on it that he wanted, and so it will be a North sideline hit.
Caleb Lindsay looks like he's going to take this here on the sideline.
Lindsay back to Suey.
Suey sending it out to the side.
And that'll be a Rangeville free hit. Bradford there just asking the umpire how far he needs to bring it up, and he'll bring it up to the 25. Sends it out left to Roberts. Roberts doesn't quite trap it the way he'd want to and has to scramble a little bit. Sends it back to Harlan. North's putting a very high press on right now, but it comes off Carter Mogg's foot, and Jack Hawthorne will take the free hit. Hawthorne going for the long ball, but probably just a touch too far in front of Jensen. And Matthew Burge will take this free hit. Burge to Suey. Suey looking for the overhead. Finds one he likes, but gets intercepted by Profke. Profke using that sideline well, but gets tackled by Mathewson. Mathewson putting some pressure on Westfall. Westfall gets it to Profke, and Profke knocks it onto a foot. Goes for the overhead for Jensen, but Jensen doesn't quite pick it up. Hill will try to pick it up behind him, but that one goes over the back line for a 16. Burge to take this one. Burge with the long one, looking for Kinneberg, but Kinneberg couldn't get a handle on it, and we'll have a 16 at the other end to Rangeville. All right, and while Robert sets up this 16, Morgan has another person who she wants to talk to.
Hi, I'm here with TC, and you play for Past High, and you've just played in this game. Tell us how your team went tonight.
Well, I think the first two quarters went very well. I think we played very good, and we hold the Red Lions to a 0-0. So I think it went great, the first half. But the second half we slacked on some points. So
You always need things to improve on. Who would be the people to watch in your team for the rest of this season?
me, of course. I think our whole team. I think we're improving with every week, and so yeah. But our keeper is amazing. Yeah. So I think he's the one to watch.
He made some great saves tonight. Well, thank you so much for coming to join us, and we'll see you next week in the next game.
Yes. Perfect. See you then.
Thank you.
And Rangeville looking to bring it through the 25 here with Profke. Profke finds a bit of space and sends it into Hill, but Hill doesn't get the trap on it that he wants. That'll be a 16 to Norse.
Burge will take this 16.
Burge looking for a long ball. Can't see one that he likes. Sends a nice little 45-degree ball there for Kinneberg. And as that one goes over the sideline, we have another goal up top to past high. So that's 3-1 to past high in the women's game. Bradford there sends it across to Roberts. Roberts to Profke. Profke looks to use the sideline a bit there and some 3D skills. Sends it
Finding
into
a foot,
Matthewson's foot. Gets a free hit. Gets it forward to Eli McCurley-Alt, who gets it back into the middle of the field. But that pass gets intercepted there.
Rangeville
Jensen
still in
here looks like
possession.
he's going to try and use it. Matheson with a nice tackle though. Oh, not quite a nice hit though. Intercepted there by Profke. Profke knocks it up the line to Westfall. Westfall sends it across the middle to the older Profke.
Profke back to Roberts. With a bit of pressure there, out to Bradford.
Bradford back to
Messenger.
Messenger.
North starting to put a bit of pressure on here. Through to Profke. Pressure still from North. I'm looking to find Westfall. And that'll be 2-2 at half time.
2-0.
Oh, 2-0, sorry, at half time.
See you in 5 minutes.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second half of this A-grade men's game between North and Rangeville. Rangeville currently winning 2-0.
And they'll get us started in this second half.
Jack Hill gets us underway.
Back to Mitch Roberts.
Mitch Roberts looking for the long overhead here to Kai Hill, but intercepted by Burge. Burge sends it to Carter Mogg, who sends the long ball upfield. And we'll have a 16 for Rangeville. Harland knocks it over to Messenger. Messenger forward to Roberts. Roberts straight away out to Schiltz on the left-hand side.
Schiltz holding up the play a little bit and looking to send it back to Messenger. They're looking for a change.
Intercepted there by Mogg.
Mogg still in possession. Sending it out
to Matheson.
Pressure now from Hawthorn.
Matheson goes a little bit too wide for his forward, and that'll go over the sideline for a Rangeville ball. Schiltz to bring this one in. Nice overhead there for Hawthorn on the run.
Hawthorn's still able to collect that. Heading into their
Forward to
attacking
Hill.
circle, trying to go around the keeper.
Doesn't quite get around the
Warhurst still
first
on the
time.
ground.
And
That's
we've
a
got
short
a free.
corner?
No, it's a free hit to Norse.
Oh, I thought he caught a corner. My apologies.
Norse finally get the ball in position for the 16, and then it'll be Burge to take this one. Burge sends it out left.
Intercepted.
But gets pickpocketed by Hill.
Nice.
Hill knocks it forward to Jensen, but it comes off Jensen's leg. Suey to take this 16. Sends it all the way over to Lindsay. Lindsay to Burge. Burge getting a bit of pressure. And that one goes over the sideline off Rangeville.
Lindsay will take the hit in. Sending it around the back to Sui.
Sui looking to calm it down a bit and sends it out left. Tries to send it back to Sui, but that one's going to be intercepted by Jensen. Jensen knocks it forward and Carter Mogg's there to clean it up.
Bit everywhere tonight, Carter.
Yeah,
and sending it
definitely
through.
North's most involved player. But we've got a free hit up this end from that clearance. Bradford to take it.
Bradford back
to Haaland.
Haaland out to Messenger.
Messenger to Roberts. Roberts looks to send it in. Burge gets a touch on it. But it's with Jensen, and Jensen knocks it onto Burge's foot, and that'll be a short corner for Rangeville.
Everyone just getting set up here for this corner. And Phil, do you think we'll see the same again?
Well, Hawthorn and Schultz are both there, so I reckon we're going to see a flick. It's just a matter of who it's from. Over to Hawthorn.
And we're calling an obstruction here.
Yep, obstruction there on the Rangeville runners coming in. Burge will take this 16, knocks it over to Lindsay. Lindsay tries to go up the sideline, but unfortunately goes over the sideline.
Schultz will take that hit on the sideline.
Schultz sends it back to Haaland.
Haaland to Profke. Profke over to
Westfall. Westfall onto Mogg's foot, gets the free hit.
Westfall.
And sends it back to Profke. Profke to Haaland.
Pressure now from North.
Intercepted there nearly by Mogg, but doesn't quite get the handle on it, and it ends up with Hawthorn in the middle. Hawthorn showing some stick skills, but gets dispossessed by Goodaham.
And Hawthorn back in possession. And we're going to have a free hit to Rangeville here.
Schultz to take it.
Again, looking to come around the back.
Haaland and Profke just keeping a calm game. Profke with the overhead to Schultz. Schultz gets tackled there though by Sui. Sui sending a long ball for Jensen. Lovely take there by Jensen. Beats Haaland with the touch.
He's looking for a cross.
Looking for a cross there, but just a bit too far in front of the forward. Great elimination work there from Kinneberg. Haaland over to Profke. Profke back to Haaland.
Through to Hawthorn.
Hawthorn trying to use his 3D skills there, but gets tackled by Mogg. And then Mogg gets tackled by Roberts, but got tangled up by, I think, Hawthorn there accidentally, so he'll get a free hit.
Sui to take that.
Sui sends it out left.
Into the circle for a shot.
Into Mogg. Mogg with a shot. Fairly easy save there for Bellany though.
Profke still in possession.
Profke just holding it on the back line.
Cool, calm and collected, working it out of there.
Working it out through the corner. Intercepted there by North though, but
Picked
Roberts
up
with
by
a nice
Roberts.
tackle. Trying to send it forward to Jensen, but can't quite find him.
Bathurst to take this hit on the sideline here. Bathurst back to Burge.
Burge out to Lindsay. Lindsay doesn't quite trap it and gets a bit of pressure there from Tummin, but manages to get it back to Burge.
Got a bit of space there, Burge, just weighing up his options.
Looking for the long ball there to Matheson, but doesn't quite put it where he wants it to go.
Both teams playing that long game tonight, Phil.
They are. They're very much looking to bypass that first line of defence and go straight through to their higher midfield. Profke here sends it out to Kane. Bradford.
Pressure from
that guy.
Norse, sorry.
Bradford manages to beat him though. Gets the ball into the D. And it's with Hill. Hill sends it back out. Hess there sends it back to Profke. Profke sends it out to Haaland.
Haaland out to Roberts.
Sends it out left to Westfall. Jensen there can't quite get a handle on it in the midfield, and Haaland manages to clean it up out to Bradford.
Bradford right through to that striker in the corner. Rangeville still in possession and knocked out by Suey.
That'll be a long corner.
Rangeville still keeping this pressure on.
Can they turn it into another goal though? Back to Profke. Profke looking to send it forward to Hawthorn. Gets intercepted by Kinneberg.
Jumped over a few sticks there.
Matheson here now. Tackled by Profke.
Nice touch there.
Profke sending it forward for Jensen. Jensen just keeps it in the corner.
Still in the D. Nice spin there, looking to send it through. Picked off by North.
Burge to Mog to Gooderham forward to Suey, but I think Bradford there has knocked it over the sideline, so North will go forward with the ball. Gooderham to take this sideline hit.
Intercepted.
Harton there with a nice take on that overhead. Gets it to Mog, but Mog gets tackled by Hawthorn. And Hawthorn tries to send it forward to Jensen, but that one goes over the sideline. Lindsay sends it back to Suey. North's going to hold the ball here for a little bit. Suey looks to go for the overhead. Stuffs it. It still ends up with Carter Mogg though. Carter Mogg with 3 guys on him. And he does get dispossessed there by McCurley-Alt. McCurley-Alt looking to go forward to Jack Hill.
Jack Hill still in possession. Looking to send it through. Not a lot of Rangeville players there. A lot of green.
Intercepted by Mogg. Forward to Gooderham. Gooderham to young Suey.
Pressure from Bradford.
Intercepted by Bradford.
Bradford sending it across to Profke. A lot of pressure there though. Sending it out to Roberts. Roberts popping it through.
Intercepted by Suey though. Suey with the release to Kinneberg, but Kinneberg can't quite get the trap on it that he wants.
Westfall will take a hit on the sideline. Straight to Profke, looking through to Bradford. Still in.
Bradford just keeps it in there and looking to bring it into the D.
Square cross.
Sends it in.
Saved by the keeper.
Warhurst.
Thank you. And that's gone over the sideline. Rangeville will have a hit there on the sideline.
Westfall sends it forward. Intercepted there by Burge, who gets it to Harton. Harton gets tackled. And gets it to Roberts.
Roberts had a shot, but in the back net, not the...
Yeah, a bit of pressure from behind there, I think, got to him. And he's missed that one. Gooderham looking for the long one, but gets it as far as Matheson. Matheson using some speed through the midfield. Gets tackled, though, by McCurley-Alt. Knocked forward. Profke's there to wipe up. But Kinneberg manages to get a stick on it. And I
Still
think
there with the ball.
he has got a corner there off Bradford's foot, I think it was. And so this will be a short corner for Norse.
Will that be Norse's first short corner of the game, Phil?
That will be their first short corner of the game.
Oh, and we've got a card.
And Profke there has tried to have a bit too much of a discussion with the umpire, and he's got himself a green card.
So it'll be 2 minutes on the bench, and that'll be the rest of this quarter.
All right, North setting up their short corner. Mogg and Goodaham as the two drag flickers. You'd expect that with Goodaham's flicking ability that he'll probably take this first one. Zach Goodaham, a fairly well-respected drag flicker around Toowoomba.
Looks like a layoff
Mogg lays
left.
off. And that one sort of breaks
And
down as
cleared out
Messenger
by
clears it
Messenger.
out. Hess there sends it to McCurley Alt. McCurley Alt sends it forward. Or no, brings it forward. Taps it onto Jack Hill. Jack Hill there. Oh,
A bit of
good
scramble in
clearance by Carter
defence and cleared out. Carter's definitely everywhere on this game tonight,
he is.
making a difference for North.
Westfall sends it up the line. Can't find Hill though, and that'll be a 16 for Norse. 30 seconds left on the clock. Long ball there.
Rangeville still in possession as they come back into their attacking half.
Up on the top field, Past High women have scored again. I believe that's 4-1 now to Past High. 15 seconds left. Goodaham will send it forward. Harton knocks it to Suey. Suey gets tackled there by Bradford. Bradford gets tackled by Kinneber. 5 seconds left. I don't think they'll have enough time to do anything with it.
Sending it through, and that's quarter time.
That'll be the end of the quarter.
See you in 2 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the fourth and final quarter of this A-grade men's game between North and Rangeville. Currently 2-0 to Rangeville, and it'll be Callum McCurley-Alt who gets us underway, passes it back to Hill. Hill all the way back to Harland. Harland straight back to Hill. Hill doesn't quite get the trap on it that he likes, but manages to recover. Bit of pressure there from Mogg.
And
But Hill evades it, passes it to Hawthorn. Hawthorn misses that trap, and Burge will look to send it forward. Gets it to Mush, but Mush can't quite get a trap on it.
Rangeville are back to full strength now after Prof Key serving his suspension.
Long one there for Hill, but that one bounces out.
Bathurst to take a hit here on the sideline.
Goodaham there, sends it forward to Mogg. Mogg sends it all the way back to Suey. Suey out right to Lindsay. Lindsay looking to send it forward, but gets intercepted by Hawthorn. Immediately dispossessed by Matheson, who sends it forward to Kinneberg. Kinneberg with a nice run up the sideline there, gets it into the D, tackled by Schultz, and that one manages to get cleared out. Hawthorn there with some nice stick skills, gets himself a free hit. Matheson there, getting the ball back, sends it forward again to Kinneberg. Kinneberg showing some stick skills there to get around Profke.
Advantage play into the D.
Up that back line, sends it back across, but West falls there to clear it. Clears it to Schiltz. Schiltz sends it forward to McCurley-Alt. Bit of traffic there, but he manages to get through it and goes forward to Hill. Hill out on that right sideline. Sends it back to older Hill. Back to Westfall, straight back to Hill. And Hill will look to use that baseline. Sends it in.
No one there on the
spot. Goes across to Carter Mogg on the other side. Clears it as far as Jack Hawthorn. Hawthorn has it now in the centre. Looking to get his head up and find a pass.
Tackled there by
Goodaham, but keeps the ball on his stick.
Shot
Gets
there.
the shot off, but that one hits the side of the goal.
And that'll be a 16.
Suey here looking at his options, sends it out right to Burge. Burge sends it up the line to Lindsay. Lindsay with a nice touch inside and gets it to Kinneberg in the centre. Kinneberg gets it forward to Harden. Harden looking for his options. Goes to send it back inside, but Harlan's there to clear it. Only clears it as far as Lindsay, who knocks it onto a foot for a Norse free hit. Mogg here will take it. Sends it out right to Lindsay again. Lindsay sends it in. Goes to Matheson, and Matheson turns it straight into the net for a goal, and that'll be 2-1. Nice quick passing play there from Norse. Catches Rangeville's defence napping a little bit. And Rangeville will probably just look to settle their team down a bit here. Bit of pressure coming from the Norse front four. McCurley-Alt sends it all the way out left to Westfall. Westfall up that line, but can't quite find Jensen. And that'll be a 16 to Norse.
10 minutes left in this game.
Suey there with the long ball, looking for Harton. Harton manages to get a stick onto it, but doesn't actually keep it under control, and that'll go over the baseline for a Rangeville free hit. Harland here sends it to Profke. Profke out to Bradford.
Bradford with some space up the line, sending it through to Jensen. Knocked out by Norse, and Rangeville will try and bring it in again.
Nice tackle there from Suey, knocks it over the sideline, and Rangeville will take another free hit out there. And a stuff up there from Rangeville means it'll be a Norse free hit. Norse bring it out to Kinneberg. Kinneberg looking to dispossess Profke, but Profke keeps it on his stick. Profke looking to come forward now. A lot of pressure there from the Norse defenders.
And not a lot of Rangeville players around.
To dispossess him. Profke having a bit of a word with the umpire about why he thinks that was his free hit, but the umpire is not particularly interested in it, as Norse get a free hit here through the midfield. Sends it to Matheson there.
Pressure from Roberts.
Gets it infield to Kinneberg. Kinneberg looking to get past Hawthorn, but can't quite. Now he has.
Some nice stick skills there.
But some good group tackling there from Rangeville, managed to dispossess him, and now Rangeville will come out with it through Hawthorn.
Hawthorn looking to send it forward to
tries
Jensen.
to send it up the line, but just misses the line there. I guess maybe finds a little bit too much of the line. Suey sends it back to Lindsay. Lindsay getting a bit of pressure from Hill, sends it back to Suey. Suey doesn't quite get the trap on it that he wants.
Found Mog in the
Manages to find
centre.
Mog though. Mog with a bit of pressure, gets around it. Out right to Burge. Burge sends it up the line to Mush. Mush gets dispossessed by Westfall though, who manages to knock the ball over the sideline. And Goodaham will make his way over to take that free hit. Goodaham looking to drag the defender, but gets tackled, and that'll be a Rangeville free hit. Profkey here looking for the overhead. Sends a long one for Jensen, but it goes over Jensen. Knocks it back to Hill.
Hill sending
Hill
it through to the
sends it in.
spot, looking to find Jensen.
Hess and Jensen were both there, but neither could really get a trap on it. Burge to Goodaham. Goodaham gets dispossessed by, is that McCurley Alt? No, that's Jensen.
No, that's Jensen.
Goodaham with the long ball, looking for Mog, but Mog can't quite get to it.
And Rangeville will take that hit in the corner.
7 minutes left on the clock. Out left to Westfall. Westfall straight to Profkey on the left-hand side.
Pressure coming from North, but Profkey
Profkey
sending
up
that
the
ball
line
to Jensen.
Jensen sends it in.
Free in the centre there. Rangeville still in possession, and they're at D. Finding a foot to their own player, unfortunately.
Burge will take this free hit.
Rangeville looking like they're getting a bit tired out there, Phil.
Yeah, they do. They're normally quite good structure, has started to fall apart here.
And North are taking every advantage of that.
6.5 minutes left. The question's really here whether Norse can get a second one or not.
Suey here with the ball. Sending it out to
And that gets
Bathurst.
knocked over the sideline by Hill, so it'll be a Norse free hit on the sideline.
Mog to take this hit.
Mog looking for options.
Rangeville stepping out, knowing it's going to be an overhead, trying to... Ooh. Ball just bouncing up into
Hawthorn there.
And that'll be a short corner for North.
Yeah, the Rangeville defence making a bit of a meal of that overhead. They had 3 players there who could have trapped it relatively easily, but instead it ended up bouncing up into Hawthorn for a penalty corner. So will Norse look for the trick play again, or are they just going to go for a straight shot this time?
I'd go for a straight shot.
You always go for the straight shot.
They have some excellent options there.
That one rolls over the back of Mog's stick.
An early out by Rangeville.
Free hit here to Hill in the midfield. Hill goes for the overhead. I think that's Jensen down there in the corner. Sends it back to Hill. Hill
Touch
doesn't
there,
quite get the trap on it that he wants. And Norse will come away with it.
Touch by...
Oh, no, it's a free hit.
Oh, it's a free hit. Burge to take that hit.
Burge to Suey. Suey will just look to bring it forward a bit as he needs to. Finds the overhead target he wants, but Harlan's there to come through and intercept it.
Pressure still
Hawthorn
from
and
Matheson.
have a bit of a disagreement.
But
of
Hawthorn
sticks.
ends up with the ball. Tackle from
there
Mogg.
from Carter Mogg.
Still a bit
Looking
slippery
to
out
find
there.
it loose forward, but can't, so he'll send it across, and Messenger there knocks it over towards the sideline, and Hess will manage to clean it up. Hess
Rangeville
forward
still in
to
possession.
McCurley-Alt, and McCurley-Alt with a bit of space there. Pressure from the Norse players, but McCurley-Alt gets around them with a fair bit of ease. Gets the shot off, but just misses on the far post.
Norse definitely going together with those tackles.
They are. That being said, Eli McCurley-Alt made those three defenders look...
Callum McCurley-Alt.
Sorry, Callum McCurley-Alt. Suey here with it. Sends it out right to Lindsay. Lindsay up that line for Mush. Mush gets a trap on it. Maybe knocks it too far ahead. Nope, just manages to get his stick to it.
Nice touches there and winning that
And
hit.
gets a free hit just outside the D. Carter Mogg will take the free hit here. Gets dispossessed, but it falls to Micah Matheson, who manages to get into the D and get a shot off.
Save there, I think, from the keeper, and then it's
That was
back
a
for
great
another shot.
reaction save there from Belaney on that second one.
North will take a hit
Norse
on
will
the
take a free
sideline.
hit on the sideline.
2.5 minutes left.
Send it back to Suey. Suey goes over to Lindsay. Lindsay there getting a bit of pressure and gets dispossessed, but Hill can't quite keep it in. So Lindsay will take the free hit on the sideline. Sends it to Carter Mogg, but Carter Mogg can't get the handle on it that he wants. And then gets a free hit, getting obstructed there by the defenders.
And a short corner.
And Goodaham runs it into the D, knocks it onto a foot and gets a short corner.
I think they'll try that drag flick again, Phil.
Well, they haven't really got a clean shot off yet. They've had two short corners and neither's really been that clean so far.
And that looked like the plan last time, but just a bit of a bobbly missed trap.
I think it was a bit of a bobbled trap.
A minute and a half left in this game. Oh, nice save from the keeper.
Goodaham with the flick. And I don't think that was the keeper that saved it. I think that was actually the postman that managed to save that one and got it just wide of the post. To Jensen there, but Jensen can't quite get the trap on it that he wants, and it's cleared out off
Charlie
Kinneberg's
Kinneborough.
stick, and that will be a Rangeville ball. Schultz here looking to calm down the Rangeville side.
Sending it all the way through to the corner.
Making North come back with 40 seconds, making them come back from their own 16. Rangeville now with a very fall-away press as Charlie Suey brings it forward.
Looking to find Burge.
But Burge steps over that one. And Hill will take Hill will step over it as well.
Leave it for Bradford. Rolling those players forward and using up that time.
15 seconds now. You'd think that Rangeville should be able to hold on to the ball for 15 seconds. Out right to Harland. Harland knocks it onto a foot, and with 5 seconds left, that'll be the end of the game.
And we'll end
Harland
this.
just holds it in the corner, and the final score is 2-1 to Rangeville.
We'll see you next time.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Daisy, Daisy May, give me your best bouquet.
Daisy May Florist is one of Toowoomba's premier flower shops. Visit daisymayflorist.com today or visit their beautiful store on the corner of Hursley Road and Tor Street.
Bradnams has 30 years of experience as the leading windows and doors manufacturer for the Toowoomba and Darling Downs regions. Employing over 70 locals in our new cutting-edge factory and showroom, we provide tailored selections and excellent service.
Are you a food business starting out with your product development journey? Ask a Food Tech, a food technology consulting company, can help you ensure that they are tasty, safe to eat, and compliant with food regulations.
It's safe to say the best rooftop bars
Yeah, absolutely.
are the ones that never close. Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.